July 2026 has over $300 worth of gaming content available for $0 extra at checkout. We are looking at simultaneous high-budget releases, highlighted by a ground-up Unreal Engine 5 remake of Halo launching day one on PlayStation and PC. But the label free currently hides two entirely different business models, and jumping in without a plan ignores how your time is actually being spent. The first model is a $0 transaction, where the game is permanently tied to your account. You claim it, you own it forever. The second model is a gated rental. You get access to a catalog of hundreds of titles, but only as long as you continue paying a recurring monthly fee. Navigating this month means identifying which model each platform is running so you can prioritize what actually deserves space on your drive. When the financial cost of a game disappears, your primary currency becomes your attention and your hardware limits. Modern solid-state drives fill up remarkably fast, making your storage space a highly premium resource. Just installing the Halo Campaign Evolved remake requires an 80 GB allocation on your drive. Managing 80 GB installs for games you will never actually open represents a negative return on the time you spend managing your library. To see where these games sit, we can map the required monthly cost against the actual value of the software. This gives us a clear picture of the effort required versus the impact on your library. Since you cannot play everything on this list, ruthless curation is the only way to avoid digital hoarding and decision paralysis. This matrix breaks down the major platforms, starting with the $0 options, the Epic Game Store and GOG. You don't pay money here, but you do pay in vigilance. Epic rotates its offerings every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern. Maintaining that habit secures permanent ownership of high-value drops like River City Girls Q and The Witcher. But these deals lock you into the PC ecosystem. Epic has spent over $500 million securing these rights specifically to pull market share away from Steam and get you into their specific software store. For PC players willing to set a weekly calendar reminder, this ecosystem offers the highest pure financial return on investment this month. Moving down the matrix, we hit the high-budget option, Microsoft's Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. This tier demands $17 a month, plus significant storage space. In exchange, you get day one access to a $50 flagship release like Halo, alongside a dozen other games. But remember, this is a rental. The moment your payment stops, your access vanishes. Now look at the third row, mapping out Sony's PlayStation Plus Essential tier. This requires a $10 monthly fee and comes with strict urgency. You have to claim the current games before the July 7th replacement deadline. Sony's trade-offs involve relying on unannounced mid-tier games while dealing with several high-profile titles rotating out of their catalog mid-month. Microsoft wants to build a Netflix-style utility by including $60 exclusives on day one, while Sony refuses to include their newest first-party releases in the subscription. Ultimately, these premium subscriptions are only mathematically efficient if your actual gameplay hours exceed the cost to just rent the specific titles you play. There is a third path acting as a bundled backdoor for July's offerings, Amazon Luna. The $15 monthly cost is often a moot point, as it is already covered by an existing Amazon Prime lifestyle subscription. If you have Prime, you already have access to deep, time-intensive games this month, including the complete edition of Hollow Knight and the XCOM franchise. A unique benefit here is that several Luna offerings provide standalone, DRM-free codes that you can use off the platform. Using this requires Amazon's secondary games application, and if you stream them, your experience depends entirely on the stability of your local internet. For those who are already paying for Prime for shipping or video, Luna offers significant value already covered by your existing subscription. Evaluating the platforms tells us what they want. Now we have to map those requirements onto your actual gaming habits. This flowchart organizes a triage system based on your primary constraint: budget, hardware, or time. PC gamers on a strict budget should prioritize the $0 ecosystem. Ignoring subscription fees to claim River City Girls 2 and I Have No Mouth grants permanent value for no money down. If your focus is playing the newest console releases, the hardware branch suggests a different trend tactic. Treat Xbox Game Pass Ultimate as a targeted one-month rental. Pay $17 specifically to play the $50 Halo remake. The crucial step is canceling the recurring subscription immediately after you finish that specific campaign, unless you plan to play the indie editions as well. Finally, this branch maps the strategy if your biggest limitation is simply the time you have available to play. Ignore 90% of this list to avoid decision paralysis. Pick one dense game, like Hollow Knight or The Witcher, install only that and leave the rest alone. The industry spends hundreds of millions of dollars on these deals specifically to lock you into their software environments. The only way to maximize the ROI of this summer is to ruthlessly curate your downloads and refuse to let digital hoarding consume your hard drive.